All right, ladies and gentlemen, the secret, not really. You see, this is a corporate seal. Do you realize that 62% of people buy the wrong one? The wrong one. How could it be wrong? You see, this isn't bosses. It's an embosser. The reality is you get this black stamp. Da, da, da. Do you realize a seal of a corporation, the minutes and the bylaws, this is important because it makes the original document. The original document makes it basically going to stand up in court in case you have to fight for your rights. And don't worry, you will, because guess what? This world is mean and cruel. Someone's always going to try to take it away. That's not fun. But again, what do we have to do? We have to play the game to win. Take a picture of that. I would like you to take a picture. I'd like you to make your screensaver for your phone or your computer. I'd like you to print it in color. I'd like you to put it on your refrigerator, your desk at work, because what happens is, all right, let us know if you like even a mouse pad, okay? It's called The Office. We'll send you one. So what happens is very simple, is understanding what I want you to do. I'm sorry, I think you're disappointed. You've been ripped off by friends and family members, maybe, and you're 35 to 75 years old, and you're kind of disappointed because you want the American dream. And then now you got a corporation. Oh, goody, I got Nevada, I got Wyoming, I got Delaware, but you don't need any of that. But you're going to have all those people on social media telling you, you need this or that. Cut to the chase, all you need is a corporation in the beginning, because why? It's a legal person. Supreme Court deemed it to be true. Corporations do not protect you like they say they do. They don't. So I created something called auto income. You see, when you drove by that Wendy's restaurant the other day, it's on the right-hand side of the stoplight. You stick it over there. What did you do? You did nothing. On the other side was a Jack in the Box. Why don't you ask yourself, why don't you own them? How about a piece? How about a percentage? But again, what do you do for you? You get stuck. I think that kind of sucks. Me, I'm the godfather of credit. Wow. You see, I've built 60 billion of this stuff for clients and me over the years. This is about 40 million here. We get to play. So let's write down some things today. Now here's the problem. You're sitting there watching me, but you need a tablet and a pen. Go get it so we can begin. If you do not write things down, your fingers, that's your tape recorder to your brain, your eyes, and your ears. That's the way God made it, but it's up to you. You see, you got to learn something 8 times to process it. And to reach a goal, it only takes 38 steps. Me, I like reaching goals. I don't have excuses. Oh, I went through this, stop. Nobody cares. I was born in a freaking taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She threw me in a freaking trash can. I was a piece of trash. And Mrs. Hope said I was a piece of you know what. Kind of sucks. But again, I'll tell you, don't take pictures or recording in the beginning because you're wasting your camera. You take so many pictures in your cell phone you never pay attention to. Now what do? We write down at the top, see it, believe it, go get it. Why? Because I did it. I wrote that down when I was 12 and a half years old at the Torrance Library. I could write down, see it, pray, go get it, and I go get it. That's how it works. It's easy. But on the way there to that journey, they're going to knock you down and trip you a couple times. There's me in 1981. Highest kick, fastest kick on planet Earth. Oh, wow. It hit my head. Ow, ow, ow. But you know what? I like goodies. You like goodies? I'm talking about Lamborghinis and Ferraris and goodies. I bought my first Lamborghini through a division and a corporation process, corp to corp, when I was about 14 and a half at an auction. I lied. I even got a driver's license, said I was older when I wasn't. But that's okay, because I got God to forgive me too. I had a beard at 12. What am I going to say? I like mansions. You like mansions? Today, we're going to talk about winning the game of business. I turned it to a chess game for me. That's what made sense to me. Positioning pieces, foundation of everything. You have a corporation today, I'm going to say, goody for you. When they sue it, they're going to sue you. You're the duck and sheep. When you walk forward, does it go back and go back, quack, quack, quack? Is that how it works? You're a duck and a sheep. Sorry, it's true. Oh, your CPA told you he's going to protect you. Oh, that attorney that's practicing law hasn't got it right yet. And you pay thousands of dollars. You didn't learn diddly squat or corporation service. The corporation gets sued. You're the only voice it has here on the bank account. You're not only a duck, you're a sheep. The reality is you can learn to play my way if you want to. Winning the game of business. First version of that was 1976. I'm driving my Lamborghini to Orange Coast College in a program. And you know what? I'm building a mansion in Elio, California. By the way, I was 16. That's right, 16. My next thing was to write books for dummies. But that was already taken. So what did I do? I called it the Millionaire's Founders Kit. The Blueprint of Success. I learned about blueprinting as a little boy. Take a picture right there. Come on. You'll want it later on. See, you're going to scan it today. And here's the ability you have today. Okay, that is a Millionaire's Founders Kit sold at the Bonaventure for 32 years, being the second largest advertiser in California for 32 years. $5,000 a set. Every book is designed per month for 12 months to get the Millionaire structure, Millionaire Foundation. You scan it, you take a picture, it's $4.99 nowadays. If you Zelle me $200, it's yours. But if you don't Zelle, then you blew it. It's on you. What do we do? Oh, what are we going to do? I would like you to understand, when you started your credit file, you listened to friends and family, authorized using a bunch of crap, and you put the up and down show for about 3 years, and now you're doing the up and down show all your life. You see, half of you have bad credit, which you don't need to in the first place. Your excuse is you had a bad day, bad week, month, year, whatever, okay? I'll teach you rules and tools to never bring the pain home. Is that okay? See, when you take a credit card, you don't put a sticky in the back of the card, and you jack it up past 29%, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. And that's how it works. That's the way I designed it. I designed it training Yarborough, simple, Tier W. That was basically Thomas and Raymond Woolridge. They made bicycle parts in El Segundo, California. Information business eventually became Asperian in '96. So what do? Here's what I'd like to do. I'd like for you to have your children in high school and college download the book for free. That's right, free. I'd like to set up their credit file for them. I'd like to give them the rules and tools. I'd like them not to make the same mistake you made, because you screwed it all up. So if you allow, I'll start their credit file for them, and I'll get them their first credit card. And then you're going to see people on social media, you need a Capital One secured card. I think I found 6 ding-dongs saying that every day. Oh, and the Capital One. If that's a Capital One, that's an inquiry. You just brought the score down, not up. My dashboards can get you thousands of dollars of credit without an inquiry. But again, if you want, opensky.com. No inquiry, $200 in the card, spend $25. See, starting the credit files for the kids in high school and college, we want to make sure they don't make the same stupid mistake we did. Isn't that true? So if we play the game to win, we can help the world change it today. If you need a free download, check it out. It's on Amazon for free too. What do? The NACB certifies me. I'm the #1 consult worldwide personal business credit. I've been doing this for 49 years in person and online 6 days a week. Where you been? You're late. All right, that's on you. All dashboards say below 30% because I designed it that way. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. You got to balance your debt. What do? The goal is to never bring the pain home. So let's write this down. You ready to write it down? All cards fluctuate but 2. Write it down. When you take a card, this is a 50, this is a 10. You got it in the mail. Oh, let's go shopping. Let's go buy some. Let's go to dinner. Stop it. $10,000 card, you're going to use $2,100. You use more than that, you drop your score. You got stuck, you can't get any more. Once you get stuck, it's like, you drug that time up for 3 to 6 years. I'd rather have not 2 of these, I'd have 10 of these. We also designed it the old card in the base of the 20% rule and 11 counts that you need, 11. All cards fluctuate, but 2. These cards do not fluctuate. These are my wife's American Express Gold and Platinum. It's got her name on it. If Doodle-Lee, beautiful name. What do? Simple. They don't fluctuate. What does that mean? If she wants to, she can use these cards. The score never drops up to $100,000 to $1 million as long as she maintains the payment. See, there's no reason to bring the pain home. You did it because you're a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of knowledge of the stupidity of man and woman. People aren't stupid. They just follow stupid. That's a 750 score for life. But again, that's just only my wife. We could play if you want to play today. So what do we get to do? Let's understand. I'm at a poker game. I'm a kid. I'm in the corner. I'm not actually playing the poker, even though I learned how to play poker by watching them and I could beat them all, knowing their cards, because I could count cards too. That used to piss them off. In the corner, Mrs. Hope, she devil from hell. They said a corporation's a legal person. It's right there. Right there, right in front of you. Do you realize you think a corporation protects you again and again? It says may sue or be sued. I heard this at 7.5 years old. I drove my little bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. Library next door. Man, what does this mean? She walked away. She was rude as could be. Came back. Here's a Michael Pace, his book. I read the book. I'm looking for a blueprint. Now watch the bottom. Not required to file. That bothered me when I was 9.5 years old. Bothered me. Went to the library almost every day. All right? Not required business professional code. Remember that. Remember that. A corporation was deemed to be a corporation. Supreme Court says so. And that's why you have 50 corps, 50 states and cities. That's why they invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy to bankrupt a city's debts and stay in business in front of you. Grocery stores and banks, but it's up to you. We're running out of time. Time, credit, and money. Time, credit, and money. The lack of time, the lack of credit, the lack of money. Whee! Here's your problem. If you don't set up your corporation divisions now, they won't be ready next year to say they're on their second year. And if you blow that, that's on you. Your goal is simple. You have 54 days left. Less than that. Helping Hand Industries. I didn't know what I was doing. Went to the library, read some books. That says I'm 9.5 years old. Cost me $10. You got $10? Do you have $10? Oh, you spent thousands for a piece of paper and then did he squat? Typical. $10. By the way, that corp today is $30. All corporations are free in all 50 states. Free. Free. All you pay is a little filing fee. I got $100,000. This came in the mail. Crocker Bank, Zions Bank, all these other banks. Ah! What do we do? I'm 9.5 years old. I got named in the movie Dave as well. I started the Orange County Blind Center. I used the word Braille. What am I going to do? They sued me because it belonged to the Braille Institution. The goal is to never bring the pain home. Now, the variations of divisions and corporations today, let's basically understand some things. Let's go to the board. You ready to write? If you don't write, you're not going to learn diddly squat. So let's do this. Let's write down the word you and circle you because you're a duck and a sheep. Let's put an arrow on you, okay? Let's write down SS5 equals SSN equals 1040. Did you do it? I'll guarantee 9 out of 10 of you are sitting there on your butt doing nothing. Until you write that down, how are you going to master this? But again, it's up to you. You are entitled to 3 divisions of you. 3. That means you had 3 chances to try. You could build an umbrella under you and over you. What are you going to do? Here's Bank of America, B of A. How about Chase, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank? They've all settled agreements. Wells Fargo's agreement's $2.1 billion yesterday. B of A is $580 million more. They have 9 of them. They're all getting in trouble. Floating on money, hurting consumers. The bank's parent company has branches. These branches are corporations own corporations. They have a line of defense. But what happens with them, all right, what they do is very simple. In front of you, they bankrupt locations, keep the assets, all right, and they're doing what's called tax balancing. You see, here we got to realize this is them and you and what we do. Here's the IRS. IRS. Here's them. So they take it as a loss. They get to zero out their taxes. They don't pay what? Now, what did you do? You brought the pain home. Why didn't you create a line of defense for you? A line of defense. But then what do? So if we look at this correctly today, for instance, if we were to write down SS4, the form was created as a universal form for employers, creditors, all right, banking, and basically entity and you. Read it. I'll show you what it means. So we get to play the game to win. So we have to pick an entity now. What type of entity do we want? Well, I'm going to say maybe you have an LLC. Maybe you have an LLP. That's fine. Maybe you have SC. Maybe you have nonprofit. Or you have a PC, professional corp. Okay? So this is the line here you're going to think about. What type of corporation should I have or do I have? Whatever it is, we're going to talk about 9 divisions, okay? 9. Can you write it down, please? 9 divisions. You see, Bill there, sitting there, basically, you might as well be picking his nose. Kind of gross, huh? But he's not writing division process down. Bill's never going to get it. Bill listens, he copies and does a lousy job, and he falls on his assets all the time. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay? Let's pretend you're an expert in real estate. Explain the assignment of mortgage to me that I created in 88. Homestead Blocker, UCC1, Chatham Mortgage, please. Please, let's have some fun. Knowledge to knowledge on an open stage, anybody, please. I like to rip them apart. Luckily, God gave me an IQ of 203 with total recall on most things that I do. So guess what? We're going to play my way because I'm going to say your way sucks. Isn't that terrible? I said it out loud. So if I had 9 houses, no shame. I have 9 loans. Each house gets a loan, okay? And that means I have 9 liabilities. So this person here is paying money here, coming here, and I need to make sure the mortgage is paid. This is the first, and we pay it on the 5th. That means we have 18 divisions, and we make a line of defense. Did you write it? Line of defense. You're going to have an old blankety blank day forever. The world's trying to kill us all. We're in hell. Seems like it sometimes. But again, it's going to be up to you to play the game to win. If I have 9 locations, 9 lines of credit, have 18, I need $100,000 of credit per entity. That's $100,000 here times 9 more equals $1 million. See, your problem is you. Your lack of knowledge is our stupidity, and we're not stupid. You're not stupid. You follow stupid. It's nice to know that in some of the social media, well, this is what you do on this card, this card, this card. Ooh, I got to get my baseball cap around backward like an idiot and look like an expert. I get tired of stupid. If you believe the crap you hear, you deserve the crap they give you. So understand, I don't care about the points in the beginning. Besides, it gets me $60 per 10,000 points, and I get the lounge at the airport, and I get first class. But before then, what do we do? 100,000 each. Come on. 100,000 each. If I get the IRS and I look at the Fair Lending Act and Dun & Bradstreet and all the pieces and a Spear and Transit and Equifax, American Express offers 99 more cards. 99. That's 100 million. See, your problem is you haven't realized that debt offsets taxes. Debt offsets taxes. So when you steal money from your family, that's called stupid. Now, maybe to start the foundation, that's about it. But again, what do we do? Okay. You got a DBA, sole proprietor? Heck no. C Corp. Write them down like I wrote up here. S Corp. All right, LLC, LLP, for nonprofit, and professional corp is called a PC. Okay, simple. And you got the nonprofit. Let's understand. We the people, constitutional rights, international law, and that's kind of fun. And, all right, and then the Constitution, all these rules and tools. Trump paid $750 in taxes? No, he didn't. That was the filing fee. He paid no tax. Debt offsets taxes. See, you could become a certified CFO if you wanted to. Today, you take your corporation, you put it in your cell phone. You see, I'm going to call you. And when I call you, I need you to be prepared. If you say you have to go look for it, I'm going to hang up and say, I'll call you back when you're ready. So when I call you, I expect you to answer the phone and let me talk to you for 15 minutes to an hour, hopefully with your partner of life. So that means I want your corporation as a contact in your cell phone. Address, never home. That would be stupid. Oh, by the way, 44% of you have your home address on your corporation. You just told the world where you live. That's called stupid. You're not stupid. What you did was stupid. The charter number. Every corp has a charter number. Tax ID, SIC code. The SIC code our government created in 1937. What do? C Corp. If you have no corp, let me hand you one for free. And let's do a C Corp. It's supplying cash credit. If you screw it up, you can throw it away. Is that okay? If it makes money, you convert it to S. C is converted to S. C, we suspend the stock forever. We make a resolution. We sign it with the seal, so it makes an original document. Because 9/10 of the law is what? Possession. What do we do now? If we make money, we elect. Listen carefully. IRS rules. We elect to an S corporation. It's called Chapter S, single filing. Because you're making money, that means you get up 3 to 5 million, no tax. As long as debt offsets taxes, you get a paycheck. And you break even. There's one of the forms we get to play. And we can take a section in basically 1244 too. We can play the game. So C could become S. Oh, goody. What do? Let's understand. Nobody wants to pay tax. Some people, oh, it's against the Constitution to pay tax. Oh, crap. Knock off the crap. I mean, let's like Wesley Snipes being smart and stupid at the same time. All right, Wesley Snipes used to be in all the movies. People go, who's that now? Who's that? All right, that's right, who's that? 18 million out of his pocket. Goes to prison for 3 years because he listened to his idiocy, pays and attorneys in Beverly Hills, California. Being stupid. The SS5, SSN, and SS4 file one tax return. It's a single filing. No tax up to 3 to 5 million and more if you want. Depends how you play. We're going to be winning the game of business. When you become an S corporation, they get to sue the corp. No matter what corp you have, they get to sue you. What are we going to do? We're going to have division process. The only thing that protects every one of you today is a division. And if you look at the division process that I created in 85, 86, your name's not on it. If we have a blankety blank day, we get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and bankrupt the crap out of it under the Federal Protection Act. No intent to do fraud. Your banks, your grocery, your cities do it in your face. You didn't bother to listen and learn. You didn't bother to pay attention. You let life pass you by versus dive into it. Division process. Each division can build $1 million of credit. I like that. You have a corp, we dissect it in pieces. We make a division process and we turn it to S. LLC, it's a limited liability corporation. It's actually a company and corporation. Which is it? All right, your chocolate's got on my strawberry, and you're on peanut butter. Silly stuff. An LLC and LLP is driven by certificate of ownership. And if you have this whole book in your possession, and you're the managing member, and you raise your right hand in court, you're a duck and a sheep. Quack, 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 bah. Because guess what? They're going to come get you. They're going to come get you. That's how it works. Look at it. Come on. It doesn't take somebody with an IQ of 203 like me. It takes any ding-dong. Certificate of ownership. Managing member. Wow. Cover your assets. Protect them. But again, the LLC will have division process. Divisions. A corporation should only do one thing. Manage divisions. It's called a line of defense. A line of defense. A line of defense. Unfortunately, we all have an old blankety blank day. You got to fight through the pain. Maybe it's a test of faith and persistence. Nonprofit. If you want to be lazy, have a nonprofit. The government's going to hand you money. You get to tell people what to do. Hopefully, you'll pay attention to better than that. The nonprofit. What do? Winning the game of business. See, on my Millionaires Founders Kit, book 3 is managing stock hit minutes and bylaws. I like that. 4 is what? Resolutions. We get to play the game to win. I like that too. Take a picture if you don't have your stock hit minute book for your type of corporation you have today. If you use this and scan it and buy it, you get to save a little bit of money. And then that's the kind of books I use in my classes. So you can imagine what I'm going to teach and preach page by page. You got your picture? But again, what do? A nonprofit corporation or profit. You pick one you want. Okay? Today, if you have the articles, they're free. I'll give them to you. Then I'll do the tax ID. If you pay a little bit of money to officers, no problem. A little fee. And then I'm going to put you in a class. See, the federal exemption, they're charging up to $15,000 out there. But again, what do we want to do? I don't want you to pay $15,000. I'll put you in a class and show you how to do it yourself. Now, that package is sold at the office for $4,000. $4,000. When they sell credit, for instance, they build it up and they buy credit and you build it for you, $25,000 is $2,500. $2,500, 10%, no problem. But here, if you did it today, because this is Wednesday, which is basically Wednesday Zelle Day, okay? If you Zelle $9.99, you get all of that. If you don't, then you call the office, use a credit card, they charge 5%, and you pay more. That's how it works. Zelle, now. But if you don't do it, you blew it. That's just me telling you the truth. Corporation. Could you imagine? Okay, Ken Yarbo and I wrote a book in '87 called File Segregation. I don't like it when we were done. You see, a corporation, divisions, and I can build credit right away. Up, and away, no problem. What do we get to do? Okay. See, let's watch. You signed for the what? Lease of a building. You signed your name. You signed for the car. You signed for the credit card. You, if you had known what needed to be done, one of your divisions of you could sign all this. Okay, you could replace you and fire you, all right, if you set it up right. And if one of these screw up, we get to get rid of the bad piece, like the bank or grocery store does too in the city. But again, if you don't learn how to play the game to win, that's going to be on you. So I would suggest 3 divisions of you. 3. What do we do? A corporation, these are my rules. These are what I call Ray's rules for 49 years. This will be my 50th year next year. And that's where I'm going on a business trip most of the time. You have 4 things you can do. Buffer tax. A corporation doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. Corporate credit, I mean, I don't know if you want 40 to 60 million dollars of this stuff, but you could. But again, what do? Borrow money is not taxable. So if we do this correctly, we offset the taxes. Car is fleet price. Hotel is a free buffet. You have 7 things the division can do. 7. This is just in the setup process. Line of defense. Line of defense. They're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, and multiple credit reports. You know, I have 6 kids. I have 6 children. 5 girls and a boy. And they have credit files. My 12-year-old has a combo American Express card. He's got courtesy checks left and right. My 18-year-old, who just turned 18 too, she got her courtesy checks too. See, the point is I incorporate my children the year they were born. My other 4 daughters have 800 plus scores. Bottom line, they learned from daddy what needed to be done, rules and tools. So what do we do today? Okay, that means you have a credit file, so do your kids. Every division is entitled to its own credit file. If I get one of these cards, these are the Wise cards again, and I do this correctly, I'm entitled to get 99 cards per entity. Every one of these can have 99 cards. It's ridiculous. American Express, you're crazy. So let's take 1 and let's get 9 more. That means it's up to $1 million off 1 card. So if we play the game to win, we can do that too. If we take checkbook money, like these are 150s each, we could play the game to win. See, I believe what the problem is you didn't learn how to play the game and win in the first place. But it's going to be up to you. Real estate, you have to separate liability. I got a client just got off the phone, Mitch, okay? He finally got him out of that house, 5-bedroom, nice house. All right, they're trashing the house and they sublease the rooms. All this crap. So we got to make a list. Are we going to do Section 8? Are we going to lease it out? Are we going to do Airbnb, or what are we going to do? But again, what do? It's a division process. If he doesn't put that house, because he's not going to live in it, into a division, somebody slips, falls, and sues him, it's going to be suing him. He's the duck and sheep. We have to protect our assets. It's a corporate umbrella. That's why it's called that way. What do? Do you want to be a millionaire? It's simple. Do you want to be a millionaire? When you said yes, I'm sorry, I'm going to say that's called stupid. If you're a millionaire corporation, 9 divisions and 9 locations of anything is $100,000 a month if you want to play the game, but it's up to you. You see, this represents 21 cars at the car collection. All right, and 2.2 billion of real estate. What did I do? I'm afraid that someone's going to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. That represents 1,013 divisions, by the way. Just having some fun. You want to play yet? So I want you to get out your cell phone ready. Is that okay? I'm going to tell you when to take the picture. So let's pretend you're going to listen 100% with these ears and write with your hands and take the picture. Now, click, click, click. That's your screensaver, like I said before. For your computer and your cell phone, that's on the refrigerator, a laminate in color. All right, nice there on your desk at home. I don't understand, okay? You drive by things that are an opportunity, you didn't do diddly squat. Why not? It's up to you. If you need an office because they don't allow you to open a bank account at a home address, maybe home, that's okay, but it's dangerous. But a P.O. box, they don't allow it at all, and sometimes shared office space at all. I lease out 12 feet at a time. So that way it's not considered shared office space. So you can lease 12 feet if you like. You take your picture, and that's it, and you sign up for 12 feet. You can say, it's my office. It's not shared office space. This is my office in California. People use that all the time. You'll credit here too. What do we get to do? I want you to pay attention, and I want you to go to class this whole week and on Friday and Saturday. I want you to understand, I want to get you these two cards, These two cards do not fluctuate, so you'll never screw up your score again. I understand that, very simple. And then the corporation again and again. We get to play the game. They offer 99 more, and I think that's crazy. I actually think it's kind of dumb, but okay, that's just my opinion. I called it leapfrog a long time ago. It was kind of fun. So let's say you're wanting to get into a program with me, and you don't want to spend $10,000 yet. Okay, I'll get you there eventually when you're going to use the corporate credit to do it, because I'm going to get you past go. If you Zelle me $1,000 today, if you're in a program or not, I'm going to continue to build your credit until you tell me to stop. Every card I get you, you're going to give me 10% off the card. That leaves you 19% what you get to do with the card. I won't stop till you say stop or I get to $1 million. I'm going to have fun, but it's up to you. So again, what do? We take one card, and what do? We go times 9 more. My build and pay program, another way to get into the program. I'm going to give you different ways to get in so you don't have an excuse, because I want you in the program and I want to change your life if you allow me to. Now, if I get you a pack of 3, 6, or 10, this is the problem. I get people these cards all the time, and I say, well, I want you to get 3 divisions and 3 of this and that and 3 cards more, and they sit there vegetating. It's like, everyone I've got American Express cards to. 3, should daisy chain them. Now, the moment you get the card. All right, 6, 9, 10, whatever. They multiply by division process. So if we had 9 divisions and 1 card from the parent company, that literally becomes $1 million. I mean, call American Express, they'll verify it. They'll verify it, it's simple. All right, they'll offer you 99 more. And daisy chain it to corp division or process. What do you want? Employee card 2. We get to play. I used to charge $100,000 for $1 million of credit. I'd get 10 wires on a daily basis, 2006, 7, 8, 9. But again, this is up to you if you want to play. If you want 3, it's $29.99. You want 6, it's $69.99. You want 10, it's $10,000. Today, to get your feet wet, let me pop you an American Express card for $1,000. Zelle me the 1,000. And then from there, we'll apply that for whatever amount you want as we do it. There's your challenge. Zelle 1,000. Let's go play with American Express Gold or Platinum cards some more. But it's up to you. Manageable debt. $100,000 of personal credit, $1 million for the corporation, auto income. And what I've been teaching rich and famous people for 49 years is to leverage money. Now let's pretend you're going to listen 110%. What are we going to do? We're going to take, listen carefully, borrow money, all right, to buy our lifetime income. We're not taking personal money and credit and screwing that up and hurting the family, because that's called stupid. You're not stupid. But we're going to get the fourplex, the apartment complex, the Wendy's, the Jack in the Box, the laundromat, all the things that wrote books on for the last 49 years. Again, that way you get auto income. See, your problem is you haven't focused on income. Income is how we live our lifestyle. Let's not get rich. Let's get to that 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 a month to 100,000. I mean, I made Linda $1 million 5 times. She says, I think it's 8, but who knows? Let's see what she has to say today. Take a picture. She'll tell you flat out. Every time she told her CPA attorney to do something, she said, no, Ray said this, Ray said this. Because I'll correct them every day. God gave me a brain to use, not abuse. What do? Take your picture, scan it, listen to her, tell you what she told me and everyone else. Her project that's a Hyatt Hotel in Texas is now converted to the Blueprint Apartments. I guess she named it after me. That's a $27 million project. So if we go after a project, you and I and a bunch of people, you're not going to get in a little investment. No. I'm not going to act like I'm rich and say, here's my bank account here, stupid stuff, because it's your money. I don't like Ponzi's. You're going to take money that I help you build on basically what? All right, auto income. All right, and that's what we do. It's like Mrs. Walker's here. She gave Tony and all these other people, and Ty and all this other stuff, and Grant and all those people, $100,000 and almost went bankrupt. They're going to teach her a secret. There's no secrets. BS is BS. It's one of my books. It doesn't pay your bills. If you partner with an apartment complex and you put money in escrow, I'll line you up. You're putting money in the escrow from a line of credit. You get a certificate of ownership. You own it to your corporation's divisions. And you get auto income. It's managed by a trust account as well. Now, what do? Simple. I'm going to turn it to about $32,000 a month to $126,000. I'm going to do assignment of mortgage. I'm going to become the bank. See, that's the goal. So if you needed $25,000 credit today, it's very simple. If you need $25,000 credit today, the office sells it for about $2,500 to build it up, no problem. From me, it's $9.99. There you go, $9.99. If you Zelled it, you save 10%. If you called the office, they charge 5% on the card. Okay, there you go. If you need $50,000 of credit, $50,000 of credit, it's $5,000 usually. The office is a discount to $29.99. You need $100,000 built in. If you Zelle, you save 10%. You need $100,000 of credit today. Okay? I'm going to tell you 3 things to do. First, it's usually about 10 grand. It is discounted 8, then I discount it to 5. If you Zelle me $1,000 right now, as I build the credit, you can pay your balance after I build the credit. But that's a now. If you don't do it, you blew it. It's on you. I challenge people all the time, and I make these things up because I can, because I'm the founder of the organization. I don't get a paycheck. Haven't had one of those for 40 years. Why want one of those? So you heard that Zelle $1,000 now. If you don't do it, you blew it. There's your Zelle. Zelle, now. See, they got creative in my social media company. This little doll now is supposed to be me. And because when I say Zelle, now, they always say that. And then it's always good when you raise the hands. If you did it now, you got that deal. If you didn't do it, then you call the office at 800-254-9506 and they'll charge your card. And the deal's off the table. When I offer it, it's now, not tomorrow. Maybe you'll go to the library on Amazon. You'll find that free download book for the kids. I want to start everyone's credit file. I want to set it up and get them a credit card. Since I help Yarborough set up the system behind the scenes anyway, it might as well be me doing it for you before I'm dead again. Because the next time I probably won't get up. Hopefully I get 50 more years to play. But again, if you need a call with me today, it's pretty simple. Okay, it's usually $500 for 15 minutes or $5,000 up to an hour, no problem. Today it's $399. There you go, if you Zelle. Now, I had a problem in 2008, and all the way up, I had this big problem, so it's happening. And basically 1997, 98, I had this problem. I got 53 million of credit cards. 53 million of credits. I'm collecting them since 70s and 80s and 90s, and they're shrinking my limits. I'm going, what the blankety blank, what do I do? Well, I went to the library, that's all we had back then, and I looked up C191D. It says a corporation can loan out money privately, so that's what I did. I dissected the first matrix of 4.6 million, and that got me $190,000 a month. I invented the homestead block or UCC1 chattel mortgage because they don't pay, I get all their goodies. If I lease out a property, I still win by $65,000 on the insurance company. I don't lose. Even when I lose, I still win. That became 1 billion and 1 notes behind that. And that's basically 1989, by the way. We get to play my way for a while because your way, I'm sorry to say, it sucks. So if you want a division to the division. This means I'm going to set up, I need a name of a person, corporate division, or entity. If you give me that, my dashboard since 1987 can set up the credit files instantly. Spare and Treasurer and Equifax under tax ID, by the way. I don't need tax ID for the divisions. I'm going to daisy chain the credit first and teach you how to get these and turn them into more cards. When we do the daisy chain process, all right, if you want separate billing, then you'll ask for separate tax IDs. We don't need to do that till we're ready to play. Today, all right, each division comes with 3 credit reports set up, Experian, Treasurer, and Equifax, and tax ID when it needs it. Here's 3 with or without credit, 9, here's 12. Again, what we need for next year is divisions filed now, so then basically the filing date, its birth date, like the corporation. What most people do is they don't set up enough divisions based on their project. An apartment complex needs 125 divisions. Other things need between 5 and 25, maybe 50. But again, you're giving a life to an entity under the corporation. Did you take your picture? Today, I'm going to do 2 things for you. Number one, if you want 9 of those, it's $9.99 if you use Zelle. You want a credit card, then you can go back to normal price. Simple. If you want 9, 18, 36, or 72, if it's a Zelle, those are your prices today. And you save another 10%. All right, I love Zelle. I don't want to pay that 5% fee. Well, that's just me. If you need 100 subdivisions, because you're going to need subdivisions, more of those than anything, 100 of those is $4,000 today. If you Zelle, take out 10% on that too. What do we do now? Our corporation needs supply and cash credit. Again, Experian, Chandler, and Equifax, let's get Dun & Bradstreet. That's supply and vendor credit. You take your picture. If you don't have a DUNS number, we'll get it for you to this system. Analytical 750, the only dashboard you want to play with. Because why? Credit Karma, you're fired. You're indicted 3 times in the past. You have no phone number to help anybody. And you don't have Experian, which we need anyway, because that's what Chase pulls. Chase wants Experian. They want the Experian for all the corporations and the banks. They need Experian. Got it? Credit Karma. Now what do? There's your Zelle. If it's done right away during the broadcast, then you get to save. If not, call the office and pay a little bit more, and they'll charge you the 5% for the credit card. Simple. I like the fact that I see a lot of my clients out there. All right, because I've been doing this for 49 years. Laundromats, car wash, dry cleaners. Get one of these. Ooh, goody. The one thing I don't like is when they say the word credit repair. Webster says it's not broken. Credit repair is against Federal Trade Commission. I didn't write it. The Federal Trade did. You can look it up online. It's fraud. They have to have a bond. They have surety bond, and they have to have a nonprofit 501c3, which I've had all my life. But again, it's up to you practically. Then the other thing that really bothers me, some of my clients go, I'm rich. Look at me. I'm rich. Look how rich I am. How rich are you? The IRS is listening. The top 4 people out there that have been indicted before, 3 have been in prison. You want to be careful. If you say you're rich, the IRS can basically go after all of them and indict them all. I wouldn't be surprised next year they're going to do that. So you should understand you're a puppet master and the corporation's rich, not you. What do? We're running out of time. All credit cards increase the limits. The analyzation. See, you got to realize what I've done so far in the last 49 years. This is your heartbeat of your credit right there. You look at Experian, you look at Equifax, you look at Analytical 750, you look at Credit Karma. You only have 2. What good is that? But what do? You can always get 150 points plus in 90 days. Always, again and again and again and again, and a couple hundred points. See, you have to rebuild you and understand rules and tools. If someone's going to lie and say it's not your inquiry, you were never late, that's a lie. Okay? That's against the rules to lie. But again, what can I say? If we get 100,000 of personal credit, that means we have our stick in the back of the card. Because what you do is you make sure you don't go past 29%. If you do, you drop your score, got stuck, can't get any more. So I like to get you 100,000 of personal credit. See, what that does for you is understand something. They give you 71,000 of safety for that old blankety day, month, or year. Bad days don't last forever. Corporation, 18 divisions, here you go. 9 locations, 9 lines of credit, 100,000 times 10 is $1 million off one card. These are 100,000. There's $1 million in my hand. Why don't you have it today? What's wrong with you? These don't work or something? Get the $1 million of credit. Finance the business. Finance the dream. Write it off on their taxes. Storage unit. I got my first one. I partnered up with their next father-in-law. What did we do? My cut was $17,350, so it's his. I don't believe in partnership in a corp. I believe in 2 corps owning a piece of something. That to me is a partnership. So we get to absorb the money, not pay tax, so we're profitable. You sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family. Honey, we're going to start a business. We're going to jack up our credit cards. We're going to drop that score. We're going to bring the pain home to you and me and jock our house too and be stupid. That's what everybody does. Why? Why would anybody jack up their own damn card? I hear it all the time. I didn't know any better, Ray. I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. Where the blank you've been. It's on you. Do yourself a favor today. Look in the mirror and say you're fired. Because you should fire yourself. And let me hold your hand 6 days a week. I lost my job. I got 2 kids to feed. Okay. That means you live with mommy and daddy, you have a condo, house, or something, right? Why don't you drive Uber and Lyft and DoorDash? Why didn't you go to the church for the food? But he's a liar. That sign gives him $210 a day. He doesn't have any kids. Heck, he's wearing his jammies. Show up here, I'll put your butt to work. See, what really happens in life isn't fun. I died in a coma in 2009. It sucks. Someone stole my $3.7 billion in corporate structure. That sucks too. I took my 3 divisions in me. Divisions, closet divisions. I built 1 million of credit in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. I bought my wife her next dream house. Why would anybody bring the pain home? And why I picked 8? Because every race boat, car, motorcycle has the number 8 on it. I was born on the 8th. 8 and 0 go to infinity and beyond, by the way. Your corp needs division process. Plan the problem. When you don't plan the problem, you get your assets kicked. Yesterday, we got this deposit in an account. The guy's been promised for weeks and weeks. It's a cashier's check. The bank says it'll be there tomorrow morning. Then this morning it says 21st. See, banks are getting settlements. Look on Google all the way. They're all being indicted in settlements this last 2 weeks. $1 billion from Wells Fargo. Kind of sucks. They float on our money. They screw us over. That's not very nice. Wells Fargo. B of A. Are you kidding me? You're going to put a cashier's check that cleared last night using the same wire service till the 21st. See, this is our problem. We're trying to fight through the pain while the bank's screwing us anyway. What do? We have to fight through the pain. You might need a couple of these because there's always somebody screwing with us. Fight through the pain, plan the problem. Fair FTC, Federal Trade Commission. Not only does Daniel get indicted from the credit repair cloud, but this says credit repair is a scam. The Credit Repair Organization Act too. But again, do what you want to do. It's up to you. I'm just going to tell you to download one of my books I wrote years ago. They all use anyway. See, there's your free. Take a picture, scan it. It's a free copy. Winning the Credit Game, Letters to Creditors and Credit Bureaus. It's right there. You could actually help yourself. Now, when you look on social media, you need to know about collection agencies, this, that. This is what you can do. Stop. Stop. Get them a copy of the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. Get them a copy of the rules and tools, debt crisis intervention. Scan it, take a picture, give it to everybody. Your credit bureaus used to have consumer credit counseling on there. That was my company. This other stuff, to me, I'm sorry, is BS. Collection agencies can't really do what they do. Most of them are scam anyway. What do? We go to analytical. The only dashboard you want for credit bureaus, because you get all 3. All right, what do? They're going to charge you $25 a month. They're going to analyze you for free the first time. Next, what are they going to do? They're part of the dark web. They have a $3 million bond, not a 2. So when you got a LifeLock that's indicted, the last indictment, $100 million, and you got that Credit Karma thing, get indicted too, why don't we pick the one that actually works? How about they call you every 46 days? And they tell you what to do next. They guide you. Take a picture, or scan it, sign up today. Then the other part of their app is Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. Business reports. Business reports. So the ability to go either way, in what direction. Knowing the truth and knowing that I'm here 6 days a week to help you. We have to repackage it like Humpty Dumpty. There's the goal. You're missing pieces. You have a lot of pieces. Let's get the pieces you're missing. What do we get to do? Today, you could have listed all of the people you know in your life and registered them in our HubSpot program. You could have put them in there, and if they buy anything, you get 10% Zelle, store credit, or a check sent out to you. See, that way you're part of an affiliate program. You can make $1,000 a day. Why didn't you do that? You see, these are classes in rotation. Okay, we're going to have some fun this next Saturday too. You get to play. And I'm going to tell you what I've been saying since I was 2.5 years old when someone asked what am I doing. It's always good. Don't steal my peace. Thank you, Jesus. Very simple. What do? If you like me, put a Google review. If you don't, please leave me alone. See, I got 50 million people I've helped. And why they don't take 5 minutes to put a review for me, I don't understand. All right, that kind of upsets me, hurts my feelings. It's not nice, but that's just the way it works. Not everybody likes me, not everybody likes you. That's how it works today. Don't like me? Don't do anything, please. If you do like me, give me a 5-star review. Robert, I'm mad at. I'm thinking about throwing him out of the program. Why? He gave me a 4-star, and I've worked my tail off for him for 3 years. What can I say? I know the Bible That book I have to live by, but it's almost impossible. If I don't forgive him, God won't forgive me. That's not fair. But it's God's rules, not mine. What do we get to do? Simple. All right, be a puppet master. Boring and steady. I told you to take a picture of it today, did you? See, here's your problem. You drove by the Wendy's, you should have owned it. You should have had all those places and had some fun. But again, what do? I think you sit there going, you let life pass you by. Sorry to say, but it's true. I'm going to blueprint you that hour on that phone. I'm $3,000 to $5,000 an hour. $3,000 an hour for one person. I'm one husband and wife in partner life on that call. That blueprint call is going to cost you $5,000. I'm going to take your past, present, and future and tear it apart. I'm going to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. I want to know if you have a problem with Chase American Express. Did you file bankruptcy or a tax problem? I need to know this. I'm going to guarantee you $5,000 a month if you do what you're told. Auto income. Then we should get it to 10 and more. That's up to you, corporation. Do you have 18 divisions? Do you have irrevocable trust yet? We have to plan to live and die. Your division should be a car. From there, never you. House is trust. So we're going to look at auto income and cash flow for you per time. Was in my book in 1976 when I was 16 years old. So let's understand something today. That blueprint call with you, the office is giving it away for $2,000 a day. There you go. If you did it through me right now, it is $9.99. That's right, you save half price. You and your spouse on the phone in a Teams meeting with me or Zoom. Then I'm going to think about if you partner with me in a business, I'm going to make sure you get it for free. If you Zelle now, you save 10% on that. It's $100. Every dollar counts, right? We get to play. Here's the form I created. Actually, I can't say created, I modified. 1984, I have a problem. I get this letter in the mail, Secretary of State of California. $800 to $1,000 per corporation. What the blank? I own Shakey's, 31 flavors, donut stores, Subway, shopping center, condos. I got condos in Havasu, Big Bear, and even Huntington Harbor, and having fun. I have to pay up to $1.2 million for the corps I have today? No, thank you. Sacramento, what can I do to play? Create a form or modify one. Okay. Section 18 and Section 8, what did it say? Business Professional Code. Not required to. This form had husband and wife and partner. Your corporation is going to be number 4A. Write it down. One of my corporations is going to be number 4. Then we're going to have a B and a C. We're going to have people in an escrow. The escrow you partner with, but at the end of that escrow closing, you own a piece, you have a certificate of ownership. You don't have to deal with those other people ever unless you want to. But again, that's what I've done since 1987 because I had too many escrows going, and what I needed to do is get more soldiers. My clients became the soldiers. We play. That makes sense to me. If you partner with me, you got a couple choices of basically coaching, your business or mine. If I partner in this program here to get into an escrow, it's 12 months. It's every 3 weeks we're on the phone. I'm going to be telling you what to do. I'm going to rewrite your goal list for you. You get $200,000 of credit, 100,000 person business, a blueprint call, and then from there we're going to basically do 12 months of coaching. This is normally, all right, over $50,000. Today it's 27. If you did it today, paid in full, it's 20,000. If you don't want the 200,000 of credit, I want to get you in an escrow. It's 10 grand. That's what it is today, $10,000. But again, what do? I got one left. If you Zelle $2,500, you lock it in, and we'll work out how we do the payments on the bottom of that balance too. But if you don't Zelle $2,500, pay the 10 to call the office and use a credit card. Because what happens very simple in that credit card, all right, they're going to charge that 5%. But again, if you don't have the bank accounts, that lines up 30 transactions in hundreds of thousands of dollars. I do. Last month alone, we had 16 transactions. Now, I have this 2-day event coming up. I want to do something real big before the end of the year. And the best thing I want to think about is what Trump's doing about that $100 billion that he's giving away for homeless people. 2-day boot camp. It's the 15th and 16th. We're going to focus on nonprofit and grant money. This is very simple. In person, it's $5,000, and I'm going to hand you $100,000 in credit. I can only put 15 people in this classroom. Online, only 35 people can sign up, and you get 50,000 credits, only 2,000. The reason being is my nonprofit is going to give you an endorsement letter on your exemption to help you get more money on the grant money. I can only do endorsements for 50 people a year. That's it. So if you're there, you're not going to blow it. You get to have some fun. What is our goal? If you partner today, and paid in full, only if you paid in full, and it was today, I'm going to give you that for free. For free. But it's up to you. The Ray Reynolds University wants to change the world. As I go on a business trip next year and my son takes over, the bottom line is to play the game to win. If you want me to coach your current business, we can do that too. 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. We'll customize something for you. What do? We look at the American Express, Stellar Bank, Chase. I think it's dumb that you open the dashboard and it says you would like 99 more cards. Then it talks about the blueprint loan. The blueprint loan, That means if we have transactions in a bank account, we connect the dots, all right, we can get a blueprint loan up to $250,000, long as we can show 100,000 in and out and 30 transactions plus. If you don't have it, I do. So what do we get to do? It's very simple. We get to play the game, maybe buy a franchise or a piece of something. That would be the goal. So they also turn it into installment loans. You become the bank, actually. Kind of fun. But again, I have the things you might be missing. If you want my help, understand, I'll do that for you too. I usually charge $5,000 to connect those dots. Then when I get you the $250, up to the $250, you pay 10% on the back end. But I don't charge that fee until we close an escrow. I can't set you up for a debt that you cannot afford to pay. Today, if it's done by Zelle only now, in the next 10 minutes, it's $19.99. If it's not a Zelle, then you call the office, use a credit card for $5,000, and they pay you a little 5% fee. A fast track means I'm going to take one of my corps, and you're a CFO, we're going to do it over there too. I want to do both simultaneously. Because if I get them both, that's $500,000. If I get one, it's better than none, right? Because there's always things happening as we do this simple. Today, that fast track is $29.99 by Zelle. If it's not done during the broadcast, then you call the office, you pay $5. And the reality is you pay the 5% on top of that, you use the card. See, I don't get a paycheck. It's simple. Haven't had one for 40 years, so I give that extra discount now during the broadcast. But if it's not done, call the office, 800-254-9506. Use a card, they will charge you 5% more. I want you to look beyond the curtain every time. See, every time I asked the grown-up something, I felt they were stupid. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, show me how. They couldn't answer the question. When someone says no, then the word no doesn't mean no. It means they don't know how. Say thank you, walk away and do it another way. Find a way. Fight through the pain. Stay safe, stay strong. Do your best. Let Jesus do the rest. Amen to that too. The goal is simple today. I want to change your life. I'm online 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. You want to play Friday and Saturday classes, you let us know. If I was you right now, I'd be Zelle, now. Or call the office, 800-254-9506. All right, let them help you and get into my programs. You're stuck with me. Believe me, I will get to know you better than you know yourself in most cases. And I'll rebuild you better than you've ever been rebuilt before. Because the goal is to play the game to win. Always remember, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.